I'm here in my friend's garage near Helena, actually in Wolf Creek. It's a bit cold outside, so I needed to get in somewhere because I want to install the bull bar that I have for my Cybertruck. And that's what I'm going to do right now. This garage is not super big and is not really made for a Cybertruck. They have actually a Mini Cooper in here usually. And over there is their new Model Y that they got a couple months ago. But we squeezed the Cybertruck in here so that I can install the bull bar here in the front of the truck. This bull bar comes from EVBase, one of the places that we get lots of accessories from, and there's a link down below in the description and the discount code. So go check out EVBase for Cybertruck accessories, for Tesla accessories, for other EV accessories. Go check them out and use our discount code to get an even better price. Now let's get started on installing that bull bar. Here we got the parts and pieces. So that is a side, that is the other side, and then we have the two bars going in between. We have brackets, and these are labeled. So, well, it's upside down here. There, kind of something, left hand. I guess we should look at it from the other side. So they're labeled left hand, right hand. So are these brackets here. They're labeled left and right, as well as these pieces here. There are bunch of screws, and there are the tools that you need to install all this, and this should be relatively easy. It's basically a matter of assembling this. What it does, it clamps, I believe, with these brackets here. They clamp over the hook, the tow hook, and then this goes onto this bracket somehow, if I remember this correctly. So, but we'll go ahead and see if we can install that. And I'm going to see if I can do it just with the supplied tools. I do have some other tools with me. At home, I usually would use my own. But here, I'm going to do it just with those hand tools if possible. Installing those brackets is not really too hard. So we got to first get this part out that will expose a screw down here. And that's a 10mm head screw or bolt. And so you will need your own socket here and ratchet wrench to loosen that up. That's not part of the kit. And then we'll install this bracket here, and this will go in like this over the top. The tricky part will be this here needs to go behind, I think it's 3 different plastic pieces, and that's where you need another tool. And this pry bar right here seems to be the perfect tool to pry those plastic pieces forward in order to get that behind it. So, and then this hole right here, actually right there, that's where that 10mm head bolt goes back through. This will be on top, and then this here will be on the bottom. And that is shaped here, if you can see this. This is shaped like the opening in here. So that will grab that hook right there. And then we have this bolt here with a nut. On the bottom we have the large flat washer and the lock washer. So it's not too hard. And to get this plastic piece out here, I reached in there somehow and grabbed it. There we go. It would be easier with 2 hands, but it holds a little hard, but it's kind of plastic and rubber, so you can pull on it pretty good. Like I said, 2 hands would be easier. There we go. So I could hold it on both sides. So this is this piece, and we're not going to put this back on. So put that aside in case you ever take the bar off. Now under here, you see that silver screw right there, or bolt. And that is that 10mm head. Let's see here. It's all a little harder to do. You're just taking that one out. And here we go, that is it. And we will need this one again to fasten the bracket on the bottom. Now, let me turn my headlight on. And so here, this bracket there with the big old threaded hole right there, that's where we need to put our bracket against. But here you can see we got 1, 2, 3 plastic pieces right there. So we need to get behind those plastic pieces, and that's where this pry bar comes in handy. So this right here, this edge right here, needs to go behind those plastic pieces. Let's see. So I go in here, right there, I think. Actually, I done this from the other side, on the here, on this side. There we go. Hopefully you can see it there, the rusty bar. Now I can press forward on this. If I could get my headlight, there we go. So you can see how this comes away from that metal back there. And now I can put my bracket in. All right, I don't know how much you can see here, but we're getting that in. Get it behind that plastic and work it down a bit. There we go. So we got that right there. Let's see if I can show you. Kind of looks like this, and you can see it is not in front, it's behind. The hole there, we're a little bit off with our bracket, but we'll fiddle that into place. So now we put this bottom piece on. The bottom piece just goes right up in there. Now, there's this little problem right here, or was on the other side. Ha, this side works fine. So this bolt that goes from the top down, right there, let me turn. This bolt goes from the top down, and you may not have a large enough gap. Actually, the passenger side gap was not large enough, and I kind of had to get the bolt in along with the top bracket here at the same time, which was a little more tricky. But now we get this bolt down through there, comes out the bottom right there. Now we add a flat washer, a lock washer, and a nut to the bottom. All right, we got this hand tight right there. Now we need to see if we can align this hole down here. And we're a little bit off. Not sure if you can see that, but basically what we do, or what I did, let's place this here again, is I used my ratchet with the extension here, or my socket, put the screw on there and aim it towards the hole, press in, and see if I can get it started. I think I did. There we go. Okay, now we want to suck this bracket all the way back there before we clamp it down. If we clamp it down first, then it won't be against the frame back there. So we need to tighten this one here first to suck the bracket back there. But this is only a very little screw, right, with the 10mm head. There we go, tap it a little bit, making sure we're good. And so don't over tighten that. When you loosen it, you'll actually notice that it's not very tight to begin with, and there's plastic in front, and this is just holding the plastic pieces on, not the bracket here. The bracket is held here as it's clamped, and then I use the supplied wrenches again to tighten this. Now I can tighten this down. And also these are not huge bolts, because this bolt does not really carry a load. This bolt's only clamping down here, and you see the shape that the lower bracket had. That is basically what's holding the whole thing from going anywhere. So if there's any push or pull on it, it will be held inside the hook here, not the bolt. The bolt only holds it in place, clamped on here. So, and as I said, we're not putting this plastic piece back on. Now we got to put the bar onto the both brackets. After the brackets are installed, you need to assemble the actual bull bar here. And that's relatively simple. We got the two side pieces and the two middle bars. And we can see there's holes here and then bolt holes right there. Same for here. So to the side here, we got these pieces, and then in between the two, we got the crossbars. When you assemble, you will notice that the side pieces, they're not the same length right there. This piece is a little bit shorter. That seems to be the bottom. And it goes over here where we have an angle while we're straight here. And these pieces have screws in them. You just take the screws out, got this hole, and then in the installation kit, you should have other longer screws with an Allen head that will then be used to attach these pieces from in there. So here we got the driver side, and then over here there's the passenger side bracket. And now we need to put this big old bar on there and secure it. We got two bolts left here, and those will be going through these holes right here. And on the bracket we got a big old nut right there. So you can see how this is supposed to go about here with these brackets, huh? I think we're just sliding it on there, and then we got to get the bolt through. And there's a hole up here. There we go. So you can get in there from the bottom up to tighten that bolt. Slides on nice and easy, so it can be done by one person. Two people might be even easier. And then we got again a supplied wrench here and the bolts, which they go from the bottom up, so we gotta line that up. And well, let me show you, maybe we can see this. All right, right there you can see our bolt hole, so we just need to get the bolt up there and tighten it. To make installing these bolts a little bit easier, I raised it to medium ride height. This way I fit a little bit better here. It's a little bit easier to see. It is a bit tough to do with this one because we need the full length here and we only have this. So I'm probably gonna find me a socket of my own with a ratchet to make this easier to final tightening. So on the passenger side, let me turn the light off here. On the passenger side there, I got a hard time getting this up. It needs to be pushed in a bit, but I can't push in, and with this little one I can't really work it enough to push the bolt up, bumper in and everything at the same time. So I'm gonna get a socket for my ratchet there. I have a longer extension, and then that should be much easier to do. All right, second attempt. I got my ratchet here with the socket. That should be better. has a long bolt, but we got it. So definitely get the ratchet with the right socket. Makes this a whole lot easier because it goes a long way. There we go. All right, here it is, all done. Look at this. Wow. And there's a little gap there. There's a little bit less of a gap here. This one I had to push in. So I'm wondering if I loosen this bolt, well, it's kind of touching there. Huh, it's a little bit off, isn't it? This side, huh? Or is it just that side? This one looks tighter. On top, maybe I'm loosening this up and see if I can push in a little more, see what that does. All right, it is a bit better now. It's almost even. There we go. So yeah, there's a little room to play with those holes. If it would be majorly off, what I would do is pull that off again and enlarge one of those holes in there so that the bolt can move a little bit more, so we could get it in a little closer. But it is right against the bumper down there, so I think it looks pretty cool. Now it's almost a real Montana truck now that we finally have a bull bar on it. We have a light bar on it. I mean, wow, we're getting there. So yeah, this bull bar is from EVBase. Like I said, there's a link down in the description. There's a discount code, RMT Family. So you get an even better price than what they have on the webpage. They also have lots of other cool stuff. Like these little center hubcaps here, they come from EVBase. And these here are the non-foundation series wheels that I purchased for my winter tires. But the same little hubcap also fits on the foundation series Cyber wheel. So that's really cool because I don't really like the Cyber hubcap thing. It doesn't look that great. I like these, and I can swap them from these wheels to the other wheels, no problem. As I said, they also come from EVBase. And another thing we have from EVBase that is pretty cool is this here. There we go. These are these, let me turn the light off here, illuminated door sills here. And these are now showing rainbow colors. You can have them like running as a wave, or you can have them solid colors. You can adjust it to just have a blue. So usually I do adjust them. I just charged this up again and played with it a little bit, but usually I like this one to be blue, like this light here. So you can make this here match your interior lights that you have here. It gives, as you can see all the colors right now here, so that's pretty cool. And they come for all doors. It's a bit tight in here. So let's see here. Here we go. Whoop. Oh, this one's not turned on. I charged it and then forgot to turn it on. All right, now we got it turned on. Set it to green. By the way, it comes with one of those little tools here that you get with an iPhone as well, or used to when they had SIM cards. That is to push the little button there to turn it on and off. And so I set this one to a green, and as you close the door, this goes off. Let's go over to the other side where we have some more room. And oh, look at this fantastic EVBase bull bar. Pretty cool. Let's open this door here, and there we go. This one is set to red, running here, and you can maybe see this right there. There's this little push button thing that you use to adjust what you want, which color you want. And by the way, mine look like they're scratched up, but they're really not. I just still have the plastic on there, the protective plastic. And the cool thing with these is, that's all it is. They're magnets, and you take them in, and there's a little USB plug here, and you can recharge them, and then put them back here. And I went to the car wash with these in there, no problem. We had those on there for months already, and unless somebody really drags their foot over them, they stay in place, no problem. Let's look back here. And here we go. Oh, see, that is the nice blue here, if you can see that. There we go. That's what I like. Same thing here, magnetic, so no problem. Like I said, we had them on there for months. The one at the driver store is the one that dies first, because the driver is usually getting in and out to drive the car, while the other doors may be closed. So, but still, we got a couple months out of it at least. So, and then you just recharge them, takes about 30 minutes or so, and then you can put them back on right there. These also come from EVBase, so like I said, the link is down below in the description. Check out EVBase and use our discount code RMTFamily to get, I think, 25% off, I believe it is. So yeah, and well, maybe get yourself a bull bar or some little hubcaps here. Or, oh, you see the snow? The snow is actually covering running boards from EVBase. You could get those. Maybe we can see this one better. It's also a bit under snow here, but here there's kind of a pattern on there. But yes, these come from EVBase as well. They also have them for the Rivian. We also do have the EVBase running boards on the Rivian as well. So this is great. Also, we have these illuminated door sills in the Rivian. It's just pretty cool. These door sills are not very expensive. And it's a fun thing to have, especially at night. People are pretty impressed when you open the door. Yeah, but today this was about this bull bar here, and I think it looks pretty cool. Like I said, use our discount code RMTFamily. It's down below in the description. There's links. Go to EVBase and get yourself a bull bar for your Cybertruck. And maybe some little hubcaps, running boards, or illuminated door sills. So, whole bunch of options there. Now I don't need the light anymore. It's a little tight in here, so it was a little tough to record this. I hope the audio and video is decent. I'll find out when I edit this thing. But I hope you can see, and you could easily see how to install this. Like I said, it's best to have a pry bar, as I showed you. You need a ratchet with a 10mm wrench or socket on it. And then it would be best, I think the other bolt was a 15mm, so the same ratchet and a 15mm socket would do for those bigger bolts to tighten those. And overall, the installation is real easy. I think one person with using their own tools to make it all faster, especially tightening those screws here for the bars. That was the that was the painful part with this Allen head wrench. If you have a ratchet to do that, you're way faster. And I would say this can be installed within about 45 minutes to an hour. If you would take it to a shop, I would suspect they charge you about an hour to get this job done. Well, again, go down below in the description, hit the link to EVBase. Whatever you order, use our discount code RMTFamily, so you get it even cheaper than what they have it advertised as on their website. Well, also make sure you are subscribed to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the future videos. Give us a thumbs up for this video and for all the other videos from us that you watch. Also, feel free to leave a comment down below. What do you think about all these accessories we have from EVBase? Is that something you would get? Is that something you want? Or something you hate? Let me know down below in the comments. In any event, thank you for watching. Goodbye.